So with our gorgeous Miss P, you ready, cutie? So we were working a little bit with some of that fun little recall practice. I'm going to see if I could work a little bit with some toy engagement. I know today's been like toy themed, I think. So we'll see if we can work a little bit with some engagement with the toy and maybe some recalls into some play. So again, we might show her the item. Oh my goodness. See if it can come alive. We might take some of these moments to do a few little take it and drop it's. This is again my little toy. I know Miss JoJo has the same one up there, but I promise I'll put her stuff back in her backpack before she goes home. So Miss Lovely is doing a great job wrestling. She's like, make it come alive again. She's like, now I'm on to you, woman. She's definitely a snack kind of gal. Ready? Do you go get it? You're very, very good with your twirls, ma'am. So again, if she's more interested in little food, I might do a little find it, get her to sort of disengage. See if we can go ahead and get the toy to come back alive. Oh my goodness, what a good job. Ready? Go get that toy. Go get it. And she could also be getting a little tired, which is why sometimes the toy drive or the play kind of starts to fizzle out. Ready? Nice. So anytime she goes and either lets go of the toy, relinquishes it on her own, I want to feed her for letting go. So there's great value in taking a breather. She's already panting. She's like, lady, I'm already exhausted. All those recalls pooped you out. So, but if at home she's not as fluid with her take it and drop it's, make sure to build value in exchanging. And I know we worked on this with some of the other babes prior, but build up that maybe the let go has great value. Oh, that's a very nice down. And that maybe from there, for example, you could build up that exchanging or letting go equals a paycheck. And eventually then again, you could fade out some of those and rotate. So right here, we might go, ready, Phoebe, gun. Yeah, and we'll go into some little play. She's like, actually, I was coming only for the snacks. All right, no worries. That was a very nice little recall. So if, let's say this one doesn't seem as cool, again, it was just one of mine. I'll see if she maybe wants to play with my other toy that is kind of, oh, there it goes, is one of these lovely toys on a tether as well. Ready, cuteness? We'll try with this little guy. So this one can kind of wiggle a little bit more, so a little bit easier maybe for the chasing game. Woohoo! So again, the toy is alive. We're playing. We're going to go grab that bad boy. And then from here, we might go, Phoebe, ready? Yeah, nice job. So it could start off with as simple as like a name recognition. It could start off with as simple as a find it. The main goal is that you're kind of working with this grabbing and then getting them to let go. So ready? Drop. Yes. Nice job. Here you go, cuteness. So again, letting go, value. So we'll try again. Go get it. Nice. Oh my goodness, you caught it. Good job. And then if, let's say, she brings it on over, again, I could feed her a couple little jackpot moments for bringing it on over and for grabbing it. She's like, I don't know if she likes that other little crunchy snack that was thrown in. Not too shabby. Here you go. Good job. Ready? Go get it. She's doing a very nice job with her wrestles. Oh my gosh, you caught him. You caught him. And again, you can be, making your own toys. So like this was an old leash that the buckle had broken. And all I did was take a teeny little toy. I think it was like a bone toy, but it kind of looks like a butterfly. And I just tied it on with the remainder of the leash and I kept the handle so it'd be easier for playing. And then that way I can repurpose an old leash and create a new toy. So right here we might go, Phoebe, ready? Drop. Yes. And then feed for the let go. Nice. You ready? Go get it. She's doing such a good job. Nice. You almost caught him. Whoa. So again, getting your puppy to do some of this lovely engagement with you and then trying to generalize it to different venues, really beneficial. So right here, nice job. So I could even feed for her letting go on her own so you can capture the moments. Or you could, again, we got some good noises. Or you could reinforce by asking, by saying, again, the drop it, give her out, and then feed for the letting go, and then start the game again. So ready? Go get it. Nice. Oh my goodness, so close. So in 2, I know I had mentioned some safety because there had been like a moment where an off-leash dog came and kind of grabbed for her. So there could be the option also of using an umbrella, but get her comfortable with the popping open of the umbrella as a way to create a buffer between her and something else. I'd recommend to go out with snacks because if, let's say, there is something coming towards you, you can sometimes throw food and then go the opposite direction. The other option is there is a citronella-based spray called Pet Shield. There's a few different brands out there that might be similar products. I believe Tractor Supply tends to carry it. I know for Amazon, they weren't shipping some of these products because of the aerosol product combination where it's like, again, condensed like air in a container. So for our little lady, The other option too is, not saying that this is the only option out there, but there is what's called, like, I believe it's called a coyote vest, and it consists of, it almost looks like a vest, like a life preserver for dogs, but it has all these little spikes on it, which would prevent the ability for a dog, or for example, normally wildlife, from grabbing her. So even though she's a small lady and she's typically on gear, the problem is, I know for some of my students, they have very small dogs, and there have been birds of prey that have tried to swoop down even while on gear. So with one of my previous students, she has one of these vests, and at one point there was, like a passerby. When it comes to an animal, she felt a lot more comfortable knowing that if the animal tried to go grab her pup, she had the vest, which had the spikes, which would deter the animal from being able to grab more of the vital parts. So it normally goes around the neck and the chest and back area. And of course, it does look kind of like a really fancy, like, biker or punk outfit. But who knows? She could be a rock star. But one of those might be something to potentially look into if you're ever doing more in the woods walks, or where there could be the potential for wildlife. And even though she might be always on gear, it could be something as a preventative. So if something did come running across and tried to grab her, you have a little extra safety for her. But I believe they call it a coyote vest. But if you can't find one, let me know, and I can double check with one of my friends who she also uses it for one of her small dogs. So we can also double check the brand or what it's called. But she's really doing a splendid job. So for our gorgeous gal, if again you're taking a break after this round, she did stellar. But definitely keep maintaining, keep rocking some of these skills, see how she's progressing. If you have questions or concerns, always feel free to check in for, of course, any of the students. But if, let's say, Miss P is ever having a hard time with something, don't feel that you can't, of course, reach out. So we want to make sure all the beauties are still rocking and rolling in the right direction as they're going through, again, puppyhood into adolescence, or adolescence into adulthood. But for the 4 that were in this round of the Doggy Day School, they really did a gorgeous job. So I just keep practicing. And remember, training's not linear. It progresses over time, and sometimes a few steps forward before you take a few steps, again, back and forth. So try to make sure that it's more about progression, not perfection. But again, guys, such a pleasure having all the beauties in the program. We'll give our lovely Miss P a little break, but they did stellar. So nice job, Phoebe.